On this very floor in January, the whole world witnessed a historic contest for House Speaker. I rise today to serve notice. Mr. Speaker, you are out of compliance with the agreement that allowed you to assume this role. The path forward for the House of Representatives is to either bring you into immediate total compliance or remove you pursuant to a motion to vacate.
And there you go. You got Matt Gaetz laying it out for Kevin McCarthy right here on the House floor today. It's pretty historic right here. And I'm going to say that from the perspective of someone who's been watching on the sidelines for a very long time, Matt Gaetz has been one of those guys that's drawn a lot of attention. Of course, we saw the corporate media world lambasting Matt Gaetz, basically swearing on the Bible that he'd be going to prison for sexual offenses towards staffers. Never happened. But now today, Matt Gaetz, the somewhat brash but yet appropriate, I'd call leader of the Republican Party in Washington, D.C., steps up to the plate today and just drives it home about Kevin McCarthy and his lack of leadership. You see right here him and Jim Jorgensen and obviously Joe Biden. And a lot of this really stems back to, well, Kevin McCarthy reacting now finally, after all this time, reacting finally to the claims about the Biden administration, the Biden crime family, as it's been called, and their involvement with Hunter Biden and foreign affairs and profiting millions, if not close to probably billions over time. Let's listen to Kevin McCarthy before we go to that full speech from Matt Gaetz, which is really going to be the closer here. Let's listen to Kevin McCarthy as he explains himself on the House floor as well.
Taken together, these allegations paint a picture of a culture of corruption. Now, here's what we know so far. Through our investigations, we have found that President Biden did lie to the American people about his own knowledge of his family's foreign business dealings. Eyewitnesses have testified that the president joined on multiple phone calls and had multiple interactions. Dinners resulted in cars and millions of dollars into his son's and his son's business partners. We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shell companies. The Treasury Department alone has more than 150 transactions involving the Biden family and other business associates that were flagged as suspicious activity by U.S. banks. Even a trusted FBI informant has alleged a bribe to the Biden family. Biden used his official office to coordinate with Hunter Biden's business partners about Hunter's role in Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company. Finally, despite these serious allegations, it appears that the president's family has been offered special treatment by Biden's own administration, treatment that not otherwise would have received if they were not related to the president. These are allegations of abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption, and they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public. It's exactly what we want to know, the answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well. This effort will be led by Chairman James Comer at the Committee on Oversight, in coordination with Chairman Jim Jordan for Judiciary Committee and Chairman Jason Smith on Ways and Means. Now, I do not make this decision lightly. And regardless of your party or who you voted for. These facts should concern all Americans. The American people deserve to know that the public offices are not for sale, and that the federal government is not being used to cover up the actions of a politically associated family. Now, I would encourage the President and his team to fully cooperate with this investigation in the interests of transparency. We are committed to getting the answers for the American public. Nothing more, nothing less. We will go wherever the evidence takes us. Thank you very much.
And there you go. You got a really interesting, well, it's interesting in a storyline that has been an ongoing saga. And by the way, I'm just kind of confused that in that lineup, no Marjorie Taylor Greene. No Marjorie Taylor Greene in that lineup. I don't know why, but maybe there's a reason why. Who knows what the reason might be? Kevin McCarthy steps up to the plate. Look at that shadowy look right there. That's an interesting looking set right here, huh? Kevin McCarthy steps up to the plate, but what Matt Gaetz has to say is really the telling point right here. So let's listen to Matt Gaetz as he breaks it down on the House floor as well. Really, well, a little different. Let's listen in.
On this very floor in January, the whole world witnessed a historic contest for House Speaker. I rise today to serve notice. Mr. Speaker, you are out of compliance with the agreement that allowed you to assume this role. The path forward for the House of Representatives is to either bring you into immediate total compliance or remove you pursuant to a motion to vacate the chair. We have had no vote on term limits or on balanced budgets as the agreement demanded and required. There's been no full release of the January 6 tapes. As you promised, there has been insufficient accountability for the Biden crime family. And instead of cutting spending to raise the debt limit, you relied on budgetary gimmicks and rescissions so that you ultimately ended up serving as the valet to underwrite Biden's debt and advance his spending agenda. Mr. Speaker, you boasted in January that we would use the power of the subpoena and the power of the purse. But here we are, 8 months later, and we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. That's how you know that the rushed and somewhat rattled performance you just saw from the Speaker isn't real. At this point, during Democrat control over the House of Representatives, they had already brought in Don Jr. 3 times. And we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. Power of the subpoena and power of the purse. Only thing the 118th Congress is known for at this point is electing Kevin McCarthy Speaker and underwriting Biden's debt. And unfortunately, there's only one of those things we can remediate at this time. Power of the purse. Our leadership right now is asking us to vote for a continuing resolution. A vote for a continuing resolution is a vote to continue the Green New Deal, a vote to continue inflationary spending, and in the most troubling of fashions, a vote for a continuing resolution is a vote to continue the election interference of Jack Smith. Mr. Speaker, we told you how to use the power of the purse. Individual, single-subject spending bills that would allow us to have specific review, programmatic analysis, and that would allow us to zero out the salaries of the bureaucrats who have broken bad, targeted President Trump, or cut sweetheart deals for Hunter Biden. September 30th is rapidly approaching, and you have not put us in a position to succeed. There is no way to pass all the individual appropriations bills now, and it's not like we didn't know when September 30th was going to show up on the calendar. I must be better, you must be better, and this House must be better, for it is the last best hope for tens of millions of Republicans. We demand real oversight against this weaponized government. Just look at the bribery. If tens of millions of dollars flowing from foreign corrupt people into the bank accounts of the Biden family wasn't enough for actual impeachment, why were we even looking? Joe Biden deserves impeachment for converting the vice presidency into an ATM machine for virtually his entire family. We all see it. We all know it. Now, moments ago, Speaker McCarthy endorsed an impeachment inquiry. This is a baby step following weeks of pressure from House conservatives to do more. We must move faster. Now, I will concede that the votes I have called for will likely fail: term limits, balanced budgets, maybe even impeachment. I am prepared for that eventuality because at least if we take votes, the American people get to see who's fighting for them and who's willing to tolerate more corruption and business as usual. Mr. Speaker, dust off our written January agreement. You have a copy. Reflect on the spirit of that agreement and build on the start that we had moments ago. Begin to comply. No continuing resolutions, individual spending bills or bust, votes on balanced budgets and term limits, subpoenas for Hunter Biden and the members of the Biden family who've been grifting off of this country, and the impeachment for Joe Biden that he so richly deserves. Do these things or face a motion to vacate the chair. And let me alert the country, a motion to vacate might not pass at first, but it might before the 15th vote. And if Democrats bail out McCarthy, as they may do, then I will lead the resistance to this uniparty and the Biden, McCarthy, Jeffries government that they are attempting to build. I know that Washington isn't a town where people are known for keeping their word. Well, Speaker McCarthy, I'm here to hold you to yours. I yield back.
Now, that's some tough talk right there by Matt Gaetz, who I got to tell you sounded like more of a leader than Kevin McCarthy. I don't know what your thoughts are here, but, it's pretty obvious that Kevin McCarthy is struggling even within his own ranks right now. And I think that the interesting part about what we're going to see play out here with how Matt Gaetz is approaching this is he's just going to keep on relentlessly putting the pressure on. And again, I'm going to say, really interestingly enough, our good friend Marjorie Taylor Greene, and of course her and Matt Gaetz have had their own little issues publicly, but we love Marjorie. We love Matt Gaetz. I want to like Kevin McCarthy. But he is displaying some of these concerns. Matt Gaetz basically, and no basics about it, he said it like it was. He put it out there. If you don't, to me, you tell me, scroll on down here, put a comment right here. Do you think that Matt Gaetz sounded more leadership quality than Kevin McCarthy? Simple as that. I think so. What do you think? I think that obviously this is going to play out like a movie in Hollywood with a script that is only going to be written by the insiders of Washington, D.C. Matt Gaetz is probably going to be the few. Of course, Lauren Boebert. And I look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's still a very, very impressive representative. I'm just, again, surprised that she didn't get added to the list. But I'm not surprised by this next clip. And leading into this next clip, it relates to what's going on. Let's hear from, this poor soul. And I say poor soul because it's pretty clearly obvious this man is suffering.
About this news that Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment or has said he's going to.
Oh my God, really? Oh my gosh, it's devastating. Ooh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh no.
So we're gonna run back to the office, but
What in tarnation was that? Is it that wasn't an act? That's not a Saturday Night Live clip. You got to be kidding me. I guess first and foremost we should all be praying for this guy. His aide couldn't even walk him out of there fast enough, stuttering. I'll play it again.
About this news that Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment or has said he's going to.
Oh my God, really? Oh my gosh, it's devastating. Ooh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh no.
so we're gonna run back to the office, but
I'm baffled. First, just to look at this guy, he's disheveled. He's a sitting U.S. senator. Maybe the Matt Gaetz story isn't even really the story here. This is absolutely insanity. I don't know what world we're in right now. I don't know what part of the history of this country we're in, but if that's what the U.S. Senator can look like and act like, he seems mentally struggling, physically deteriorating, as he has gained lots of weight. And he's a big guy, but he can't be too healthy. By the way, I believe he went to university. I know he did. He went to the University of Connecticut, UConn here in Connecticut. So I'm appalled. I don't know what to say. That is just ridiculous. So that's going to be the thing for most of the Democrats. I think you're going to see, well, hopefully you don't hear that kind of silly response, almost childlike. But you're going to see that kind of response from most of them as they're going to defend and circle the wagon. Talk about circling the wagon, folks. If you want to circle that wagon of hope and enjoying your retirement, reach out to Ironhawk Financial. Joseph Lombardi, managing partner, 203-815-3673. Scroll on down right there. You can click on the link. Also see the email and all that scrolling down there as well, where you can go and connect with Joseph Lombardi. Just give him a call today. He'll set up an appointment and let him know the Kevin Allen Show sent you. Well, there you go, folks. Matt Gaetz getting the Star of the Day award as he was brave enough to step out on the House floor, lay it down like it's supposed to be. Kevin McCarthy is still struggling. I don't think he's going to be a leader for long. In fact, I think maybe Matt Gaetz might be making a move, and quite frankly, I think that might be a good move. Leadership should be loud. It should lead with authority, and it should certainly lead with its honesty and not this secret deal making that the accusation of Matt Gaetz laid at the gavel of Kevin McCarthy today. We'll continue to watch this right here on the Kevin Allen Show. Please subscribe, share, go over to all of our platforms. Rumble, of course, Getter, Truth. We're on, Twitter, and all of those. Just go over and check us out. The Kevin Allen Show, the CT Cowboy, and we'll be dropping a schedule of more interesting interviews that we're going to be dropping very soon, and coming back with just the commentary of the day, just like this. And I tell you, this is one crazy day. I can't believe that senator, U.S. senator, in shorts and a shirt like that, acting like a child. Unbelievable, just absolutely insane.
About this news that Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment, or has said he's going to.
Oh my God! Really? Oh my gosh!